Have you ever met the AM version of yourself? What if everything you believed about your broken sleep was wrong? This video, seniors, eat bananas like this to sleep all night. No more nighttime urination, exists for one reason, to introduce you to a quiet revolution. It's not found in a prescription bottle or a complex medical procedure. It's waiting for you in your own fruit bowl. But you have to know the secret. A secret that has nothing to do with simply eating a banana, and everything to do with how and when you eat it. Stay with me, because what you discover in the next few minutes could give you back the gift of deep, unbroken sleep. For decades, we've been told a comforting, yet incomplete, story about aging. We're told that waking up tired, that those multiple bathroom trips are just normal, a natural fading of the light. But science is now pulling back the curtain on this silent epidemic, revealing a precise biological chain reaction that steals your rest. It begins with a hormone you've probably never heard of, vasopressin. Think of it as your body's master plumber for the night shift. In your youth, as dusk fell, your brain would release a steady trickle of this hormone into your bloodstream. Its mission was simple, yet brilliant. It would travel to your kidneys and command them to slow down, to conserve water, to reduce urine production so you could sail through the night undisturbed. But time, as it does, makes changes. After 60, the production of this vital nighttime signal often diminishes. The command grows faint. Your kidneys, not receiving the stand-down order, keep working at their daytime pace. They continue filtering, filling your bladder as if the sun were high in the sky. It's a biological miscommunication, a letter that gets lost in the mail, night after night. But that's only the first leak in the dam. Age also changes the bladder itself. The once supple, resilient muscular sac can become more sensitive, more impatient. Where it used to calmly signal, "I'm about half full," it now sends a frantic, urgent alarm, "Empty me now." Even when it's barely a quarter full, it's a false alarm, but your brain, wired for survival, listens. It jolts you awake. And then there's the final, cruel twist of gravity. During the day, fluid naturally pools in the tissues of your legs and feet, a condition known as peripheral edema. It's subtle, you might not even notice it. But when you lie down at night, gravity's effect changes. That stored fluid is now free to re-enter your bloodstream. Your body suddenly has an unexpected surplus of fluid to process. Your kidneys, already not getting the message to slow down, are now handed a bonus workload. It's a perfect storm, brewing inside you as you try to find peace. You are not going crazy. You are not just getting old. You are experiencing a predictable physiological process. But here is the life-changing truth. Predictable processes can often be managed. The storm can be calmed. And the key is not a powerful drug, but a profound understanding of how to use nature's own tools to reset your internal clock. But what happens next will change everything. Because the solution is not just about a banana, but about a specific, almost ritualistic way of consuming it that most people get completely wrong, the golden key and the hidden clock. So we arrive at the humble banana. A fruit so common, so unassuming, we pass by it in the grocery store without a second thought. But for you, for the person trapped in the AM loop, this curved yellow fruit is not just food. It is a potential key. A key to a locked door behind which your restful sleep is waiting, but a key is useless if you don't know which lock it fits or how to turn it. Most of us eat bananas when we feel like it for breakfast, as a midday snack, even as a late-night bite. This is where we fail. To unlock its sleep-promoting power, you must understand that you are not just eating a fruit. You are sending a deliberate, coded message to your body's internal systems. You are preparing the landscape of your night, hours before the sun even sets. Let's break down the code hidden within this golden fruit. First, its gentleness. Unlike acidic fruits like oranges, pineapples, or tomatoes, a ripe banana is low in acid. Imagine your bladder's inner lining, which becomes more delicate with age, like the skin of a newborn. Now imagine pouring citrus juice on that sensitive skin. It would react, it would sting, it would become irritated. A banana, in contrast, is like a soft, soothing balm. It nourishes without provoking, calming the very tissues that send those false, urgent alarms to your brain. Second, its power to relax. A single medium banana contains approximately 400 milligrams of potassium. Potassium is an essential electrolyte, a mineral that acts as a natural muscle relaxant. It specifically targets smooth muscle tissue, the very kind that makes up the walls of your bladder. When you supply your body with potassium in the evening, you are essentially giving your bladder a gentle internal massage. You are encouraging it to remain calm, expansive, and patient, preventing it from spasming and crying wolf when it's only partially full. Third, its calming magic. Bananas are a source of magnesium, nature's original chill pill. Magnesium slows down the firing of neurons in your nervous system. It quietens the noise. This has a dual effect. It calms the overexcitable nerves in your bladder, and it soothes the anxious, racing mind that so often accompanies nighttime. Waking, it's a 2-for-1 deal for tranquility. And finally, its sleep signal. Deep within its soft flesh, a banana contains an amino acid called tryptophan. This is the raw material your brain uses to manufacture serotonin in the neurotransmitter of well-being and calm, which is then converted into melatonin, the very hormone of darkness and sleep. As we age, our natural production of these chemicals can wane. By eating a banana, you are delivering the building blocks right to your brain's doorstep, saying, "Here, make sleep." And this is the most critical part of this entire video. All of this powerful biochemistry is for nothing if you ignore the timing. Eating a banana at the wrong time is like trying to put out a forest fire with a single glass of water. The intention is good, but the execution is futile. The next part might completely change how you see this topic, because we are about to reveal the exact, almost secret, timetable for eating your banana to achieve all-night sleep, and the single most common mistake that sabotages everything, the ritual of the evening banana. Welcome to the most important part of your new relationship with sleep. This is where theory becomes practice, where hope becomes habit. Forget everything you thought you knew about snacking. What we are about to discuss is not a snack. It is a strategic intervention. Your banana protocol begins not at bedtime, but in the early evening, in the fading light of the day. The golden hour for your banana is between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock p.m. This is not an arbitrary suggestion. This is strategic timing. Consuming it at this time allows your body to fully digest the fruit, absorb its critical nutrients, the potassium, the magnesium, the tryptophan, and begin the slow, gentle process of calibrating your systems for the night ahead. It's like programming your smart home for sleep mode well before you actually get into bed. Eating it too close to bedtime means the digestive process is still active when you want to be shutting down, and the potassium is still influencing fluid balance when you wish to be in a state of rest. Now, let's talk about the banana itself. Not just any banana will do. You are looking for one that is perfectly ripe. Its skin should be sunny yellow, punctuated by a few small, leopard-like brown spots. This is the peak of perfection. A banana that is too green, with a stark yellow or greenish skin, is resistant starch heavy. It can be harder to digest, leading to gas and bloating, a new reason to wake up uncomfortable. A banana that is too overripe, with a mostly brown or black skin, has converted much of its starch into simple sugars. This can cause a spike in your blood sugar, which can later crash and disrupt your sleep cycle hours later. The sweet spot, quite literally, is the spotted one. Next, temperature. Never eat your banana straight from the refrigerator. A cold banana can be a shock to your system, potentially triggering a bladder response. Always allow it to reach room temperature. This is a gesture of kindness to your internal organs, and you must eat it alone. This is perhaps the most surprising rule. Do not pair it with a cup of tea, a glass of milk, or, heaven forbid, watery fruits like watermelon or cucumber. You have just spent this entire ritual introducing calming, muscle-relaxing nutrients into your body. Diluting them with a large volume of liquid, especially diuretic ones like tea, is like meticulously building a sandcastle and then watching the tide wash it away. You are undoing all your good work, if you wish to amplify the effect. You may pair your single, perfect, room-temperature banana with a small handful of almonds 5 to 7, lightly roasted. Almonds are another powerhouse of magnesium. Together, they form a gentle, satisfying, and deeply soporific early evening snack. But the ritual doesn't end with the banana. The hours that follow are a sacred space. You must protect. After 7 o'clock p.m., you enter the sanctuary zone. This is when you must become the guardian of your own sleep. This means consciously avoiding acidic foods, oranges, pineapples, tomatoes, watery foods and soups. That comforting bowl of soup or rasam for dinner? Have it at lunch instead. Diuretic drinks. All teas including green tea, coffee, and alcohol. Salty snacks. They make you thirsty, leading to more fluid intake. And finally, the most heartfelt plea I can make. Skip the just-in-case glass of water by your bedside. That single glass is almost a guarantee that you will be using it in the bathroom a few hours later. Hydrate steadily throughout the day so you are not desperately thirsty in the evening. Most people never hear the next part. And that's the real danger. Because the final piece of the puzzle isn't about biology at all. It's about the story you tell yourself in the dark. Reclaiming your night, rewriting your story. We've covered the science, we've outlined the protocol, but there is a final, invisible barrier between you and a full night's sleep. It lives not in your bladder, but in your mind. It's the story of resignation. The story that whispers, "This is just my life now." For years, perhaps, you've worn your fatigue like a badge of honor, a silent testament to your age. You've joked about it with friends. Oh, up at AM again, just me and the infomercials. But inside, the joke isn't funny. This story of acceptance is the very thing that has kept you prisoner. I am asking you tonight to author a new story, the story of reclamation. This isn't just about reducing bathroom trips. This is about what those uninterrupted hours of deep, restorative sleep can give back to you. It's about the clarity in your mind the next morning, the patience you'll have with your loved ones, the energy to take that morning walk, the joy to re-engage with a hobby you thought you'd lost the passion for. It's about waking up feeling rested, a sensation you may have forgotten was possible. Sleep is the foundation upon which every other aspect of your health is built. Your mood, your cognitive function, your immune system, your heart health, they all depend on the sacred work that happens while you sleep. So I invite you, not to a lifelong commitment, not to a costly treatment. I invite you to a 3-night experiment. For 3 nights, commit to the ritual. 1 perfectly ripe banana, between 5 and p.m., eaten alone and at room temperature. Protect your sanctuary zone after p.m. Notice what happens. Keep a simple journal. How many times did you wake? How did you feel at AM? How did you greet the morning? You are not powerless. That feeling of frustration at AM is a signal that you are still fighting, that a part of you knows you were made for more than this fractured existence between the sheets. Something as simple, as natural, as a banana eaten with intention and understanding can be the gentle nudge that tips the scales. It can be the key that unlocks the door to the restful nights you remember and so deeply deserve. The night does not have to be your enemy. It can become your sanctuary once again. It's time to go back to sleep.